My name is Michael Bates. I'm a British walker and politician. Since 2011, along with my wife Sherlyn, we've walked some 14,000 kilometres through 25 countries in the name of friendship and in support of charity. Sherlyn was born and raised in China, and together we want to tell the story of the country's rich history and culture through the people and places we encounter along the way. We'll be joined by friends and local volunteers, and together we hope to discover the very ancient and very modern faces of China. For this, our 9th walk together, Sherlyn and I will be heading through Zhejiang province. Zhejiang is located just south of Shanghai. It's about the size of England and a similar population too, of around 55 million people. Historically, it's been known as a centre for tea, silk and pearl production. But today, its thriving economy is based on technology, trade and tourism, making it one of the most prosperous provinces in all China. Starting in the stunning city of Hangzhou, where Sherlyn grew up, we'll walk 500 kilometres all the way to Wenzhou on the southeastern coast. Before leaving Jinhua and its beautiful surroundings, we head to the cool Yushan Mountains and to the village of Panan. In a country where tea is literally a religion, Panan is one of their most sacred sites. We couldn't have arrived on a better day. The streets were packed with villagers and vibrancy, marking what was a very significant festival in the worship of Shu Shun, the tea god. We couldn't resist, and we had to join in.
Oh, they're moving fast. No, slow down, like a wedding ceremony.
The annual festival is to thank the tea god for a good harvest of tea and to offer gifts to bless the seeds and pray for new growth over the winter and into the spring. Today is a reminder of the central purpose of our walk, which is to raise funds to support the Zhejiang Disabled Persons Association. We're getting to meet the children, medical staff and parents of a hospital in Yongkang. Spending time with people with disabilities is the greatest treatment for anyone tempted to moan about their circumstances or problems.
He's 1 year old.
1 year.
It seemed to us that everyone in that ward was a hero. The children's courage left us lost for words. But there were other heroes too. The self-sacrificing parents and the dedicated staff, using their heads as well as their hearts in teaching and encouraging the children. As we were about to leave, we receive a gift that we will long treasure.
Thank you. 谢谢，谢谢你的好意。
谢谢，不客气，不客气。
Feeling refreshed and motivated after our wonderful stay in Yongkang. Heading that way now to Lishui.
It's day 18 and we decide to get off the grey roads and walk along the riverbanks in Yongkang. We discover a beautiful old wooden bridge. At that point, the heavens opened, which gave us an excuse to go inside. As we walked up and down the bridge, we found that it was home to an entire social culture. And so, this is a real community where people come to catch up, to play cards, to drink tea, and play Chinese violin.
It's amazing to think this wooden bridge is 300 years old, and yet everybody kind of comes here during the storm just to take shelter from it. It's actually quite nice. The Chinese are very good at doing these common spaces, you know, for people to come and sit. Yeah.
So as the rain eased off, we're treated to some tunes on the entrance to the bridge. There's something very special about the sense of community you experience in public places, especially when the rain is pounding on the roof above. Imagine it hadn't rained and we walked on by. It's unexpected moments like this that remind us why we love walking so much.
We're getting very excited now because we're coming off the main road that we've been on and into an area of beautiful countryside. And we're going to have a footpath all to ourselves, just walkers. No lorries, no trucks, no scooters, just walkers.
We set off once again, traversing the long, twisting roads through the Wuyi Mountains, with the Wu River on our left for company.
Two-kilometre long tunnel. That's quite a long tunnel. And the great thing is that we're getting a chance to walk through it, otherwise we'd have to go up and over the mountains to get here. So it's a blessing, but it's a bit scary.
We decided to head out to visit a place that's become an artist's haven. Gui'an and Huashan are two small towns about an hour from Lishui. They're divided by the Zhejiang River. The village names literally mean ancient weir and painting town.
Hello, Stella. Nice to see you.
Hello, Michael.
Nice to see you, Sherlyn.
你好，李老师。
Looking forward to the visit to the village and the art village and hearing all about the paintings, and so it's very exciting.
Our guide for today is Lei Jinhua, an artist, teacher and gallery owner here. After a walk through the old town of Gui'an, we took a boat over to the painter's town.
What is the best season to paint this landscape?
对古烟花乡来讲，春天和秋天是最好的画画的季节。如果我们晚个1个月过来，可能刚才我们雁头村的两边就坐满了画画的这些学生，还有画家。
With the support of the local government, artists have brought their artistic flair and approach to the
画
town.
乡的最中心的位置叫大樟树广场。到了周末啊，你可以看到有很多的画家就在这里把他们的作品放在这里，给游客来欣赏。我们今天刚好有画家在这里作画那个徐老师啊，他正在画的这个角度刚好也是我们画乡特别经典的一个角度。
The town itself traces its origins back to 1987, but its inspiration comes from the 19th century French school of realism painting called the Barbizon School.
李小强老师，这个是他们的老师。
Hello, teacher Lee. Good to see you, Sherlyn.
李老师也是李老师。
你好。
I just think it's amazing how they're able to use the brush strokes to get the light, you know, and the shade, just in the way the brush.
非常喜欢画。谢谢。好，
It is. 谢谢。
谢谢先生。
哎，
谢谢。好，
谢谢。
好，如果谢谢大家，谢谢大家。
This is thank you all.
Yeah, yes.
谢谢大家。
What we're seeing here is something familiar, perhaps.
beautiful scenery, spectacular rivers, mountains, a history, but at the same time we're seeing something quite special and intentional about the development of this painters' village, and that is the desire to leverage the natural environment, the mountains of gold and silver, as have been said, to provide livelihoods and prosperity for the local people. You've told us about the village, but what about your own story?
好，我自己本人也是就是这个地方的人，然后小时候开始学画之后呢，就跟着这个丽水巴比松的这个群体，这些画家一起来画画，来成长。
Why was there a Bamson group here?
因为我们自己丽水的这个群体啊，就这种画画的多年来这种画画的方式，就跟法国的巴比松的这个画家很像，所以呢，给外人就是称为叫丽水巴比松。
And what type of artists have inspired him? International artists?
对，当然在学画的过程当中，我受到很多优秀的艺术家的影响，比方说刚才跟你聊到的大卫霍克尼还有等等其他很多国外的这个画家，这个是我们在学画的过程当中的一个经历。
So it's a great example where art and inspiration doesn't know any borders. We're back on the road, and it's a very special start because we're joined by 6 supporters from the Hope House Spinal Care Injury Centre in Lishui. Okay, well, should we get going?
Okay, great.
Heads
Let's
covered.
go.
What's the best way to lead?
两个一
Is
排
that，
2. So go 2, 2, 2, and then we will follow.
对，跟在后面，沿着这个外线走。环城路吧。对，
加油！
加油!
With our new supporters, we set off down the G330 at a record pace. I wish they could have stayed with us longer. We might have been able to reach Jintian in 1 day rather than 3. As we walk along, we're told of a local beauty spot, well worth a visit, and only half an hour out of our way. The locals have just told us that there's a magical waterfalling cave just across the river, so we're going to take a look at it. We don't have to go up to that bridge there. That's like a bridge for bungee jumping.
Yes, nice. I like this. You said a lot of trees, so you can at least a lot
cooler
of
on
shade.
this side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then we can walk this side of the river. It's like discovering some lost city in the Amazon.
Wow, I love it. That's amazing.
That was worth the walk.
It's beautiful.
Oh, try that.
Oh, it's wonderful.
People ask us why we walk. It's for moments like this. A chance conversation over lunch. The locals tell us of a magical waterfall across the river beyond. We come and visit, and we discover a corner of paradise. Perfect. Jintian came to the world's attention when it received World Heritage status in agricultural systems with its fish-rice system of ecological farming.
All the flowers and he's working away.
周先生你好。
Hello，你好。
Hey, how good to see you. Thank you very much
Yeah,
for having us
你好
here. What a beautiful day and a beautiful place you brought us to. Now, what is being produced here? What is the product?
他说这里主要是产什么呢？就是
田鱼
Rice
翻山田鱼水稻
and the fish. They are just in between the rice.
鱼就在水稻之间，它插烟之后才放上去。
Right. So now we have the food here, which is full of fish. And how does it get from here into the fish's tummies?
Oh wow.
Oh. They eat all of that? Is this good to throw in?
这个可以扔进去吗？他说 Yeah, yes, of course.
It's a lovely
Oh,
feeling.
the
throwing
fish is
something in.
coming. There's
Oh,
a
the fish
red
are coming.
Yeah, coming.
The key question is, why here? Why outside Xinjiang, in these mountains? Why is it that the rice fish are so popular and effective here, but nowhere else?
哦，这个玩意稻田养鱼在我们方山是挺特别的，就是这个方山田鱼和别的地方是不一样的，就是方山是有家就有潭，有潭就有水，就历史就这个传统的。这个方山田鱼，在我们方山养出来田鱼跟外地养出来田鱼就是不是一回事了。这个就除了方山之外，我们这个田鱼呢，人都能吃，软的啊，它个到方山之外它养出来的味道和那个鱼鳞啊就不能吃了，所以在我们这边这个是很有名的。
We've come today into the mountains above Xinjiang to see something quite remarkable. We've seen rice fields before, the scenes behind me. But in the midst of the rice fields, what you won't see is beneath the water there are fish. The fish help fertilise the rice grows taller, the harvest is greater, and then there is the harvest of the fish as well. And the combination of the fish and the rice draws in tourists to actually see this wonder of creation in a beautiful corner of creation. That's the magic of how each can live off each other and create prosperity for all.
Our last couple of days take us from Xinjiang to Wenzhou, by rivers, farmlands, industrial sites, and then into the beautiful and dynamic modern city of Wenzhou itself.
Final 100 metres, we're over 500 kilometres now. We've been joined by our friends from Wanwan School who were there right at the beginning and have come down to see us at the end. We're very grateful to them. We've also got a lot of friends here from Wenzhou. So this is about as good as it gets.
Yes.
Across the finish line and thank you. Thank you. Hi Mr. Zhang, nice to see you.
And one final ceremony, this time to celebrate the end of our 500-kilometre walk from Hangzhou to Wenzhou. There's a traditional Chinese saying which says that every footstep leaves a footprint. Zhejiang has certainly left a footprint on our memories and on our souls that we will long remember and always treasure. Our hope as we return to the UK is that we may have left some footprints of friendship and understanding that others may follow.
为友谊行走，加油！
It's the end of our journey here in Wenzhou. What better way to celebrate than with China's largest participation sport, plaza dancing. And I've got the perfect dance partner.